This YouTube video was presented by Screamscape, your ultimate guide to theme parks.
It's the Coaster Crew.
Oh my God, that was so much fun!
All right, Coaster Crew fans, it's the last video from the trade show floor.
The last video, and with an old friend.
The best for last.
The last video. That's great. That's great. I can see it now.
You know why? You know why it's the last video?
I certainly do, because you always save the best for last.
No, that's not
Oh,
it.
okay,
That's
well,
not it at all.
whatever.
It's because you're so dang busy. Every time we come over here, you're selling like
That's
60
even a
dark
better
rides.
reason.
Yeah, exactly. So, obviously, if you've been fans of the podcast, the audio podcast, for many years we've been having Drew stop by occasionally. Every year we stop by the booth and talk to him.
Absolutely.
So,
Here we are.
That's all you have for us?
Yeah, that's all we have. Well, welcome, guys. It's been good to seeing you. Yeah, it's been a good year.
The last and shortest video of the year.
No, we always have a great, and we have been busy this year, guys.
Which
We really have
we
been
love
busy.
it when you're busy.
And we even love it more when we're busy. But having the booth is always so interesting because we design the booth, we bring our products here, and it's kind of like a movie. You never really know how it's going to turn out until you put it into place and you see how the public and how the prospective clients and so on and our old friends here at IAAPA are reacting to it. And this one has been really, really great.
Good.
One thing we did, this guy behind me right here, this old fellow right here, who we created specifically for IAAPA this year, he originally was turned around the other way, facing backwards.
You're clever, eh?
Yes, I do. And we turned him around because we realized that although we got some traffic behind us, he needed to face out. And it has made all the difference in the world. One little tweak like that made a big, big difference. But we did. We created this old guy back in our shop in Jacksonville, Florida. And he's been a big, big hit. And of course, this is the kind of thing we do. And if you look at him real closely, if you're really into detail,
Around every corner.
Time for an extreme close-up, Drew.
If you really wanted to look up his nose, you'll see nose hairs, and you'll see hairs coming out of his nose. And he bites, be careful, and he also spits. No, not really. There you go. Anyway, he's been very stalwart, and we have all our friends walking by going, "Arr, matey."
And he's incredibly lifelike.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We got it.
Well, one year it's going to be the Drew animatronic out here.
Well, no.
And you know what? And the Drew animatronic will be so busy, we still won't
I
be
know.
able to talk to him.
It'll be Friday at 1 before we get the interview.
Now, I've made a career of doing scary things for many, many years, for many years. I can't think of anything scarier than that. I just can't.
So let's talk about I got some questions for you. All right. So we were talking about this. Drew behind the camera is a huge dark ride fan.
Okay.
And we were thinking parks that need a Sally dark ride.
Right.
All right. Cedar Point. No dark ride at all.
dark ride, none.
What is going on there? Didn't that start as a place that had some good dark rides?
They did have dark rides way
You're
back.
also he's like a historian too when it comes to dark rides.
They did have dark rides way back, and they recently took out the disaster transport, I believe, which was not technically a dark ride, but it was
the closest thing they had.
It was an enclosed ride in a lot of special effects. And so
Will Holder's favorite roller coaster.
Yeah.
And so, but that is obviously a major part that we would love to be in. And we've talked with them in the past about that. And one day I'm sure it will happen because it's a natural, and of course it's a thrill park. And as we know, most dark rides are more family oriented. They bring, Granny can ride it, the kids can ride it, and so on. But with some of the things that we're working on, and some of the ways to distort your perception and create illusions, I think that we are being able to create more what I would call thrilling experiences in basically traditional dark ride form.
Yeah.
And so I think that's where we're going to wedge into that sort of slot.
So do you want our listeners to help you with the cause? Do you need them to email Cedar Point right now and say, we need a Sally Dark Ride?
You heard it from him.
You can go on our Facebook page, we need a Sally Dark Ride.
You heard it from him.
See?
That is excellent. Excellent. See, there you go. Andrew, is going,
I'm lucky because my park has a Sally Dark Ride, which just so happens to feature a likeness.
This has to come up every year in the interview.
It does, yeah. Mr.
I like you so much.
Wait, I wish I could just twirl your hat right here.
No, that's IAAPA won't let me wear the hat. They said no hat. So it's my trademark. It's in a Sally Dark Ride. Can't wear the hat.
Well, so much for being the amusement business. My goodness gracious. Won't let you wear a twirly, huh? Well, there are other career choices that you could have things twirled,
Okay. All right. Like?
No.
No.
End of that part of the conversation.
End of the interview. This interview's over.
No, it's not just that part. Yes.
So now you guys have another really big ride concept that has come out
That is correct.
Overseas.
In Australia at Movie World.
Okay.
Justice League Alien Invasion 3D.
All right.
And it's a really, really exciting new adventure. One of the biggest, most complex attractions Sally Corporation has ever done. And my co-designer and senior designer at Sally Corporation, Rich Hill, can tell you all about it. He was the lead design on it. We all worked on it. The whole Sally team and an international crew worked on this ride.
Okay.
But Rich is the guy to really tell you about.
He's going to give us all the details.
We need to find him. He's here somewhere, and we will have him do that.
All right. Let's go see Rich.
Great. Thanks.
Well, we're now joined by Rich Hill, who's a senior designer at Sally Corp and was the lead designer on this year's big project, which is the Justice League Alien Invasion 3D that went into Australia. Was it Warner Brothers Movie World?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
All right.
Gold Coast.
And I mean, we saw the POV when the ride first came out on the podcast, and we were ranting and raving about this ride for probably about 20 minutes to a half an hour.
Oh, that's great.
Now, could you tell us about the ride and what it is and all the different things that go on with it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's Sally Corporation's first real media-based attraction. And we started out with a winner. Obviously, Justice League, Alien Invasion. It's a huge IP. It's Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, The Flash, Cyborg, Supergirl, all the major hitters of a superhero universe. And we came up with this attraction for Warner Brothers and DC, with DC Entertainment's use.
And I see in the attraction you have these guys all over the place.
Yeah.
Now tell us about the storyline and what goes on when you're on the ride.
Yeah, sure. So it's pretty cool. Basically, it's an alien invasion. Starro the Conqueror. He's this major alien villain that has these Starro spores. They shoot out all over the planet. They are kind of like a face hugger where they land on your face and they take over your mental capacity and link you psychically to this main villain, Starro the Conqueror.
And it's so cool. I love it because it pairs the like the 3D animation with a lot of real life animatronics and
That's right.
And visual effects too.
That's right.
Which is my fantastic. Now, in the ride here, tell us about some of the scenes, some of the actual physical show scenes. I know we had Wonder Woman next to a wall and things like that.
Yeah, sure. So basically, you are sent out into the streets of Gotham, Metropolis, Central City to try and find Starro the Conqueror and blast some of these spores and help the Justice League defeat Starro the Conqueror. So you head into Gotham first, and Batman is controlling your ride vehicle. He's able to.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, he's able to teleport you from Gotham into Metropolis.
See, that explains, because we were watching the ride while we were waiting for the interview, and at the end, Batman just sort of teleports in, and we're like, what happened there? Because we're watching it without a lot of the sound features.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so that's how that works.
Yeah, that's right. So you're teleporting from scene to scene. Yep, basically.
Very cool. Now, it's also one of the longer rides you guys have done in quite some time, too, isn't it?
It sure is, yeah. It's a 5-minute attraction. It's about 5 minutes and 30 seconds with the load-unload. And really long ride track, really long ride experience.
And you can see here in the background, it's not only the ride, it's a highly themed queue and a highly themed exterior.
Yep.
Like this is the full gamut of themed attraction.
Yeah, the lobby is immense lobby, all done in marble. We've got the queue line is incredible. It really tells a story of the entire attraction while you're waiting in line. and has a lot of interactive gags and things that the guests
Very
go
cool.
through. And you get to see Cyborg, who's a major animatronic character.
I saw he's the half man, half robot kind of guy,
That's
isn't he?
right. Yeah. He's a big superhero in the DC universe.
Well, you guys, it looks like you have a home run here. And I know our intern who's not here, we actually sent him to McDonald's, said that this ride is his favorite ride he's never been on.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I really appreciate that.
All right, now, obviously, now this ride is, you guys at Sally, you do a lot of stuff, and we saw the Scooby-Doo rides went everywhere. Now, if there was, say, a chain of theme parks that maybe own the rights to the DC characters, could this be something that they would put into their parks, or could potentially put in?
Absolutely. We're talking with people trying to get these into parks, and would like them to be in every park, everywhere, you know?
Yeah,
it's such a great attraction, you know? I think it's got a wide appeal, so.
Absolutely, and I know there's plenty of parks in the U.S. with this certain IP that could really, really use them.
Hey, you never know.
I hope so. Well, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah,
Great
no
product.
problem.
If I was ever in Australia, it would be my #1 thing to do.
Yeah, go over there and check it out.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Cool.
And that'll do it for all of our IAAPA coverage.
Great.
I'm the legend. Clint's behind the camera. Drew's at McDonald's. It's been a good show. We thank Sally, thank IAAPA, and we'll see you next year.
Thanks, Coaster Crew. See ya.
All right, so we went back to the office. We saw that Sally posted on Facebook saying, hey, if you come down to our booth and do the robot, first 10 people, they'll get a robot. So I'm here at the booth. We're getting ready to do the robot. Ready?
I'm ready.
Ready? Here we go.